Hi everyone, I hope you are. This is CoinsKid. Just going to dive into XRP once again. Thank you for support. Okay, big up the CoinsKid crew. So right now, there is a possibility that the low and the bottom is in here, and I'm going to go through it with you why this is actually a possibility that we have put in this low right now, and we're going to coil up and we're going to start to break out. I would imagine this trend line here, if you do start to see XRP break that would be really, really powerful. Okay, and obviously if you start to lose this white trend line, which is this previous level of resistance which you've broken out of and fallen back to and back to support twice right now. Okay, if you break that, fantastic. If you lose this, not so fantastic. And I do think that you're going to roll, and that 0.27 cent mark is going to be met. Okay, because that's the technical target of 1618 Fibonacci right here. But what I'm going to show you, there is a possibility that the low and the bottom is actually in here for XRP. Okay, when everyone's getting really, really bearish, and this is some kind of potential ABC correction within itself that we've gone through. Let me show you what I'm looking at right now. Okay, so using the trend-based fib extension tool, I did an update yesterday on Bitcoin. Let me show you how you find the bottom. Okay, so you can see that this is pretty much an A wave down. So you've come down an A wave, you had a B wave rally, and then you continue to drop in this big C leg. So this is basically a multi-year ABC correction and went from 2018 January into 2020, so March. So basically, you know, almost over 2 years, wasn't it? Well, it was slightly over 2 years and 2 months. So look, I'll show you what I'm looking at. So what you do, you go from the top to the bottom to the high, and you can see that the 1 fib is where you met your ABC correction eventually. So, you know, this correction here, this top, when you came down and you came down to this support and then you rallied into this resistance and you created this B wave, at this point you could drop the Fibonacci extension tool on here and it would have given you projection of where your C leg was going to come down to, and you can see that the 1 fib was met. So that's an ABC correction done. It took a very long time to get there, but it was actually done. Now what I'm looking at right now is the fact that I've done some analysis on this morning for you, and I'm on a holiday at the moment in Portugal as well. Okay, so let's take a look at this particular ABC correction that we're going through. So we've got this top here. Okay, so we've come down in an obvious A leg, then we've rallied in an obvious B leg. Now you can see, if I drop that just there on the top, you can see that the actual low has been met, and that's exactly where we've wicked off. So we've basically come down to the 1 fib just there. So given the fact that this ABC, this long drawn out ABC correction just there, actually came down to the 1 fib, you could say to yourself right now, well, we've had this A wave drop, this B leg high, and right now this C leg is actually come down. Now there's some confluencing factors here. The fact that we've actually backtested this previous level of resistance as support. So we've basically broken out and fallen back to this neckline as support. Okay, this is a really important neckline. And equally, you've got this trend line here that started in March 2020. We've got this low here, then we've got the December 20 low, which was a retest of this trend line, and right now you can say, okay, well, we've fallen back to it again, right on the crossroads of this neckline of resistance, backtest and turn to support, and equally this support trend line right now for XRP. So I'm not saying, you know, there's a saying that those that pick bottoms get smelly fingers. I'm not 100% saying that the bottom's in, you know, obviously, but there's a couple of confluencing factors. Well, there's 3. There's this white trend line, there's a red trend line, and there's a 1 fib that's been met off this ABC correction. Now, there is a possibility, I'm going to show you again, from here to here. This is your A wave down, this is your B leg high. There is a possibility that the 1.272 is your target. If you do capitulate here and you lose these key level support that I'm showing you, this red trend line, then the 1272 fib would be my target. Okay, and I do think you'll get a big bounce there on the 1272 fib as you've got a bounce on this 1 fib. But there's a couple of other things here that I want to show you is, like I said to you, look at this, you're breaking out, okay, and you're coming back to this support, this neckline, and right now you are getting really close to some apex here of support, okay, and resistance. So you really are caught in this apex. Now obviously I would wait if I was you, you know, trade on confirmation, but if we break this green trend line, like I've said to you so many times, this is a key level resistance that's acted as resistance since XRP topped last year in April. Once you break this trend line, that is a major all go systems go signal. Basically, you know, it's like breaking this trend line. You've got this horizontal and you're coiling up in the apex, and when you break the trend line, look at the power. Okay, equally you've got this level of resistance here, you come back for support, resistance again, support, and once you break the trend line, what happened? Boom, you exploded. So, you know, this is a key level of resistance. This green trend line is equally the same as this white trend line and this white trend line. People are getting really bearish, people are getting really depressed, and that is usually where bottoms are found. You know, I mean, look at here, look at that rollover, depression, rollover, depression, rollover, depression. And right now we've had, how many weeks is it? Something like 8 weeks of depression and red candles here for XRP, which is, it doesn't happen. Okay, so I'm not necessarily, it's not that, honestly, don't take anything I say as financial advice. Everything is for educational and entertainment purposes only. But there is just cause as to why this could be the bottom. That's what I'm trying to say to you. So I am on holiday at the moment. I wish everybody the utmost luck with XRP, okay? And stay healthy, stay strong, stay tuned. Take care, everyone. Bye-bye.